Ever feel like you're just drowning in information? Especially, when it comes to these big game-changing topics like AI. You want to get the real story, grasp the important bits fast without wading through pages and pages of dense reports. Well, you've definitely landed in the right spot today. We're doing a deep dive into something really fascinating and honestly truly transformative. Spatial artificial intelligence. And it's not just about what you learn, it's about how you learn, how you train, how you apply that knowledge in these amazing new, immersive, and really effective ways.
That's exactly right. And what we're drawing on today is this really cutting-edge competitive analysis. It's a significant white paper just released by EON Reality with EON AI Ventures called The Evolution of Spatial Artificial Intelligence, Comprehensive Platform Capabilities. It gives a, incredibly comprehensive view of where this tech is now and, importantly, where it's going.
Okay, so our mission today, let's call it that, is pretty clear. We want to unpack what spatial AI actually means. We'll look at how it's seriously shaking up education, workforce development too, and we really want to highlight the incredible benefits, the opportunities it opens up for you, whether you're learning yourself or part of a larger organization. Get ready, because there are some surprising facts in here, some really big shifts in how we might learn and work. Okay, let's unpack this. There should be some truly eye-opening stuff. Right, let's start right there, that basic question. What is spatial AI? Because, when people hear 3D environments, their mind immediately jumps to VR, virtual reality headsets and stuff. What's the real difference here? Why is this, more than just a fancy simulation?
Yeah, that's a really crucial point to clarify. Spatial AI, it refers specifically to AI systems that can actually understand and interact with three-dimensional environments. So it's not just about being in a virtual space or an augmented one that's XR, extended reality. The key is the intelligence embedded within those spaces. Intelligence that interprets the environment, learns from it, and crucially responds to it and to your actions within it.
Okay.
Think of it maybe like this. Standard VR could be like a super detailed, really immersive map. Spatial AI is that map, but it also comes with this incredibly knowledgeable guide who knows what you're looking at, anticipates where you might want to go next, gives you pointers in real time, and can maybe even help you build something new right there on the map. It's this core capability that's fundamentally reshaping education, training, and workforce development, as the paper puts it.
Wow, okay. That paints a much clearer picture. It sounds instantly transformative. Like, imagine our learning environment that genuinely gets you not just tracking where you click, but understanding your movements, how you interact with objects, your progress, all within that 3D space. That level of adaptive intelligence.
Yeah, that sounds incredibly powerful.
Exact.
And the white paper, it mentions unprecedented growth and adoption here. And this is where it gets really interesting, right? The numbers, they're pretty staggering.
They really are. The research shows just how fast spatial AI is moving from maybe a niche concept to being widely applied, especially in businesses in the enterprise space. For instance, the analysis predicts that by 2030, so not that far away, enterprise users, businesses, are expected to drive over 60% of all spatial computing revenue.
60%, that's huge.
It's a massive shift towards professional use. And what's maybe even more exciting for, individuals and companies is the actual impact on learning itself.
Yeah.
Get this. Spatial AI-powered learning demonstrates a 76% increase in effectiveness compared to traditional methods. 76%. Hold on. That's not just a little better. That's like a whole different ballgame for learning and development. It feels like we're moving past small improvements to, a genuine leap in how effectively people can learn. So this isn't just some tech for early adopters anymore. It's hitting the mainstream, especially in business.
Precisely. And the data backs that up. 51% of companies, over half, are already integrating spatial AI technologies into their strategic plans. They're planning for this now. And it's not just about better learning outcomes, which are obviously key. The economics are compelling too. The paper finds that these spatial AI platforms actually become cost neutral compared to traditional classroom teaching with just 375 learners.
Okay, 375. That's a pretty achievable number for many organizations.
And then, here's the kicker, they become 52% more cost-effective at 3,000 learners. So what's really fascinating is seeing how quickly these systems prove their worth, not just in how well people learn, but on the bottom line, too. It makes them super attractive for large-scale training.
Yeah, those ROI figures are definitely eye-opening. It's not just better learning, it's actually more efficient and affordable, especially when you scale it. And this white paper, it lays out this revolutionary framework. It calls it the next evolution of human development technology. Learn, train, or perform. That's how it goes way beyond just learning a skill in isolation. What's involved in each of those phases?
Yeah, this framework, it really does represent a paradigm shift. It outlines a whole journey for human development, all powered by spatial AI. So the first phase, learn, that's about skills development.
Yeah.
Here, modern platforms use spatial AI to create these intelligent, context-aware learning experiences. What that means is things like adaptive learning paths tailored to you, real-time guidance while you're interacting in the 3D environment. It speeds up skill acquisition because you're learning by doing in a smart simulation.
Right. So active adaptive learning, not just passively watching a video or reading. Makes sense for skills.
Exactly. Then you move to the train phase. This is focused on career advancement. And here, the leading platforms integrate AI-powered career development, job matching, and professional growth capabilities. So it's not just teaching you a task. It's about connecting the skills you're gaining directly to job opportunities using intelligent analysis of the job market. The AI helps you see where your skills fit and how to develop them further for your actual career path.
That's incredibly powerful. It's like having a personalized AI career coach built right into the platform you learned on. Okay, and then the third phase, perform economic opportunity. How does spatial AI play a role there? That sounds like the most forward-looking part.
It really is. The perform phase is where the most advanced platforms truly set themselves apart. They go beyond just training you for a job. They include things like AI-driven business creation, entrepreneurship support, and income generation pathways. This enables what the paper calls complete economic value creation. So it's not just about helping you find a job based on your new skills. It's about giving you the AI tools and guidance to potentially create your own job or even start a business directly using the skills you've just mastered.
Wow, that's genuinely revolutionary. It moves way past just transferring skills to enabling real economic empowerment. But it sounds like, based on what you're saying, there must be a pretty big difference in how various platforms are actually tackling this. Like, some offer that whole pathway, while others are maybe still just focused on the learn part or a specific task.
There absolutely is a big difference, and the white paper really digs into this with what it calls the industry's first comprehensive spatial artificial intelligence platform capabilities matrix 2025. It's quite something. This matrix looks at leading platforms across 24 different capabilities grouped into 6 main categories. And yeah, it shows some really dramatic variations in what's actually being offered out there. It draws a clear line between what it calls comprehensive spatial AI ecosystems, the real leaders, and, well, other types of players in the market.
Okay, so it's definitely not a level playing field then. What kind of variations did the analysis find, especially between those comprehensive platforms like the EON reality example mentioned and maybe some of the other names people might know like Strive, Immerse, Unity, those kinds of platforms?
Well, the differences are quite stark, particularly when you look at the core spatial AI foundation. The paper points out that the comprehensive platforms, they demonstrate advanced spatial intelligence that understands 3D environments. They get the space. In contrast, many competitors show limited or no spatial AI capabilities, which basically means they don't truly grasp the nuances of that 3D space or the interactions happening within it, not in an intelligent, adaptive way.
Ah, okay. So it's the difference between a truly smart, adaptive environment versus maybe just a very detailed but ultimately static simulation.
That's a great way to put it, yes. And then moving to that learn phase integration, the comprehensive platforms offer AI-powered adaptive learning with spatial tutoring. The AI is actively guiding you right there in the 3D space based on what you're doing. Many competitors, on the other hand, might only provide basic performance-based adaptation. They might tell you if you did step 3 correctly or incorrectly.
Right, like a simple feedback loop.
Exactly, but they don't offer that same level of intelligent, contextual guidance within the 3D environment itself. It's a very different learning feel.
Yeah, I can see how that's a massive difference in the actual learning experience. Okay, so what about the train and perform phases we talked about? Does that gap get even wider there?
Oh, absolutely. The gap becomes, frankly, a chasm. In the train phase capabilities, the comprehensive platforms offer things like complete AI career intelligence. The paper mentions an example called Career Compass. This is highlighted as a unique market capability that you just don't find in most competitors. Many of them have no career development integration whatsoever. They're purely focused on that immediate training task, nothing beyond it.
Wow.
And then for the perform phase support, remember the economic opportunity part. The comprehensive platforms provide a full business creation ecosystem. They mention AI tools like an entrepreneur guide for strategy, something called Wealth Weaver for financial modeling, even a vibe coder for automating development aspects. These entire frameworks for supporting economic creation are, as the paper puts it, virtually non-existent elsewhere.
It really sounds like organizations and even individuals choosing where to learn face a pretty critical choice then. It's like, are you just looking for a tool to teach one specific skill right now? Or are you looking for a genuine long-term human development partner that can guide someone all the way from learning through career growth and potentially even into creating their own economic value?
That is precisely the question this analysis brings to the forefront. And the paper actually goes on to categorize the market into four distinct approaches, four types of spatial AI platforms.
Okay, can you give us a quick rundown of those four categories?
Sure. The first group is basically traditional learning technology providers. Think existing LMS platforms, maybe adding some XR features, but with pretty limited AI integration, still focused on delivering content. Then you have content creation and development tools. These are often more focused on the XR side, building the experiences, but they generally lack that deep integrated AI across the learn, train, perform journey. Third, there are specialized training solutions. These might use AI, but usually it's quite narrow, focused on optimizing one specific training task or domain without that broader ecosystem connection.
Right, point solutions. And then the fourth one, that must be the category that really harnesses this full potential we've been discussing.
Exactly. The fourth and most advanced category is the comprehensive spatial AI ecosystems. For these platforms, spatial AI isn't just an add-on, it's the core technology. XR is just one way they might deliver the experience. They're explicitly designed to address that complete human development journey, the learn, train, perform framework we talked about. And they do it through deeply integrated AI systems like those career intelligence systems for understanding the job market, the business creation AI for entrepreneurship, development automation using no-code tools, even things like incubation AI to help startups grow. They're really building these intelligent, all-encompassing environments for growth.
Okay, so we've covered a ton of ground here, really groundbreaking stuff. Let's bring it back to the listener. What's the practical takeaway for you listening now, or for your organization? How can you actually apply these insights when you're thinking about adopting or investing in spatial AI? Because, like you said, this really isn't just about training anymore, is it? It feels much bigger, like future-proofing careers and maybe even whole businesses. The possibilities seem huge.
They really are, and the white paper offers some clear strategic recommendations based on its findings. First, it advises organizations to prioritize AI ecosystem integration. So don't just look for a point solution. Look for platforms that address multiple stages of that human development journey. Second, invest in spatial AI sophistication. Really dig into how advanced the AI is. Does it truly understand 3D space? Does it offer deep personalization? Are the learning experiences genuinely adaptive?
Right, look under the hood, basically. Don't just get distracted by the flashy 3D interface.
Precisely. The intelligence matters most. Third, future-proof AI technology choices. Choose platforms that have a clear roadmap for expanding their spatial AI ecosystem. The field is moving fast, you want a partner that's evolving with it. And finally, and this is key, measure comprehensive AI ROI. Develop metrics that go beyond just did they complete the training. Measure the value across skills gained, career advancement, and even business creation impact, if applicable. That holistic view is needed to really grasp the profound value spatial AI can deliver.
That's incredibly helpful, really actionable advice. It makes it crystal clear that spatial AI is way more than just a new delivery method for old content. It's potentially a whole new infrastructure for developing human potential and driving economic opportunity.
That's a great way to frame it. It's definitely about moving beyond simple tools towards these truly intelligent, integrated ecosystems that support an individual's entire growth path.
Okay, well, we have certainly covered a lot today. Let's just quickly recap. We started off defining spatial AI, these systems that understand and interact with 3D environments,
Yeah.
making them a critical turning point in how we develop skills and knowledge.
Right. And we looked at the tangible impact, that unprecedented growth, the really impressive 76% jump in learning effectiveness, and the significant measurable ROI, especially for enterprises scaling up.
Yeah, and we dove into that revolutionary learner train perform framework. We saw how spatial AI enables everything from smarter skill learning and AI-guided career moves all the way to potentially AI-assisted business creation. It maps out a whole journey.
And we unpacked that unique platform capabilities matrix, seeing those stark differences between the comprehensive spatial AI ecosystems and other solutions out there, especially regarding their core AI smarts and how fully they support that learn, train, perform pathway.
Exactly. It highlighted a big gap in the market.
So ultimately, the insights from this EON reality white paper point towards a pretty clear strategy. Prioritize those integrated AI ecosystems, really invest in sophisticated spatial AI, not just surface level stuff, and make sure you measure the comprehensive ROI to truly leverage this amazing technology for growth.
Absolutely sums it up. So here's a final thought to leave you with as you go about your day. Consider this. How might this ability of AI to truly understand and interact with a 3D environment, like this white paper describes, how could that fundamentally change things? Not just professional development, not just how businesses train people, but maybe even how we perceive reality itself and how we create totally new opportunities, new ventures in our daily lives. It's a pretty profound idea, stretching far beyond just the training room as we've always known it. Definitely something to think about.